When I first started to try to make it as a musician, I tried all the very traditional routes because I didn't know any other way. I started sending my music to record labels, and I auditioned for talent agencies and just did all the things that I was supposed to do. And I even bought a book and was studying this book that was how to make it in the music industry. And the more I learned and the more I experienced, the more, I guess, discouraged I became, because I just realized I don't have the kind of money that it takes to make it in this world as a musician. I don't have the connections, I don't have any of this stuff, and I just felt I had a voice to share. I had art that I knew could work, and yet nobody would believe in my project. If I really give this a full try, and if at the end of the day I can't, this doesn't work, I can live with that. But I can't live with the thought of what if. What if I had really tried? What if I had really pushed this? I knew I couldn't live with that thought of what if. And so somehow I picked myself up from, especially America's Got Talent was probably one of the most devastating and humiliating experiences of my life. But I remember after that I was, sitting crying in the dressing room afterwards and wondering if I had what it took. Starting to get very discouraged, and I went to this YouTube workshop that this guy put on. I met this guy, and he claimed that he was a professional YouTuber. I was blown away, and as I sat in that class and he taught about all these different YouTubers and these celebrities online, I just got so excited. I've never felt so motivated before in my life, and I knew as I sat there that this is going to change my life. Because here was a world where I didn't have to wait for somebody else to tell me I was good enough. I didn't have to wait for someone to tell me I was ready or to invest in me. All the tools were there where I could invest in myself, and I could take the reins in my own hands, and I did, and it changed my life. I had been doing YouTube for probably about, it hadn't even been quite a year, but I'd been doing it pretty consistently for about probably 9 months. I released my first dubstep track. It was called Crystallize. And I remember when I released that track, I wasn't sure if I was like, oh, I don't know if anyone's gonna like this dubstep violin thing, So I kind of hesitantly loaded the video, and I was blown away that I thought my YouTube view counter was broken because it got 1 million hits in about a day. And I had never had anything close to that before. And I think, I checked the little, my little stats, and I had gotten, 15,000 subscribers that day. I'd only been doing it for 9 months. I had never experienced any numbers like that. And this was not just, a cover that went viral. This was my original song, the kind of stuff I love to create. And as I sat there and realized that no, my computer wasn't broken, this is real, I'll always remember that moment, just sitting in my little apartment, just being like, my life's changed. And my mind started to just go with, where am I gonna go with this? What am I gonna do? Sky's the limit.